Hi soulmates, welcome back to my channel. On today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful gown. It's quite easy. In less than 30 minutes, you're done. If you're making use of a sample fabric, you'll be needing about 2 yards of fabric. If you're making use of the African prints, you'll be needing about 3 yards of fabric. Please take note that you'll be needing the measurement from your shoulder to the short part, like where you want the short part to be. Once you get that, you multiply it by 2. Also note that it is an off shoulder, so you will have to take out the strap. I took out 6 inches for mine. I've gone ahead to cut out my 3 yards of fabric and also gone ahead to cut it using my measurements. My measurement is 27, my allowance inclusive, times 2 gave me 54 for the long part. The short part is 27, the long part is 54. To go over it again, you'll be needing the measurement from your shoulder to the short part of the gown. Then you multiply what you have by 2 to get the long part of the gown, right? If your from shoulder to the short part is 33, you minus 6 inches, which is for the strap. That is the measurement you then multiply by 2. After that, you use that measurement to cut out your fabric. Once that is done, you get the midpoint of the longer part. We're working majorly on the longer part of the fabric. You get the midpoint like so, as I am doing, and then you take the armhole measurement. Because it's a free gown, you don't want it to be tight. I'm using 9 for this client. On a normal day, I would have used 8, but I'm using 9. You do that on both sides from the midpoint. So the total you would have will be 18 inches for the armhole. That's what I'm using for this client. Then once you've done that, you take the midpoint of each of the 9 inches. That is where we'll be placing our straps. I mean the 2 straps that you use in tying it together. Mine is 4.5. Depending on what measurement you use, that's what you would use. Once all of that is done, you take it to your sewing machine and you sew from the first 9 inches down to the hem, and then you do the same for the other side, leaving the 18 inches not sewn at all. I hope you understand what I'm saying. By the time you are done sewing both ends of the fabric, you would have like an opening. Please make sure you're sewing with at least 1 inch or 7.5 inch so that you'll be able to fold it inside. Please note that you are not sewing the 18 inches, like you're not sewing the neck area. You see what I'm doing, so that is where the opening will be, where the fall will be. I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll show you. But before then, these are the strap I've gone ahead to cut out. I cut out 2 inches, 2 inches for each. We'll be needing 4 straps, like 2 at the front and 2 at the back. I'm just trying to show you how I'm going to be placing it on the on the machine to sew. So now let's get right into the sewing. Please be free to sew your strap however you know how to do it best, but I did mine by turning it inside. I sewed it in and then turned it inside out, so the thread is not showing at all. So I've gone ahead to iron it, and this is what it looks like. So what I'm trying to do here is just to sew both ends, like I've explained earlier. I didn't know my camera didn't capture it very well. I'm just trying to sew, as I've explained earlier, from the 9 inches on both sides downwards. Also, one tiny tweak that I did, I cut out a facing 20 inches long because I decided at the last minute that I don't want my thread showing at the chest area, so I used a facing instead. And what I'm pinning here is each strap. I'm attaching each strap to the 4.5 inches. Remember earlier that we had marked our 4.5 where we'll be putting half of our armhole on each side, where we'll be putting the strap. So that is what I'm trying to do while placing the facing on it. I'm sure that we all know how we turn our necks with our facing and all. So yeah. So basically what I'm doing is just sewing, just trying to do what I have explained earlier, sewing the both side, and that's it, guys. We're done. Our gown is almost ready. Can you see that? Look at the opening I was talking about. The straps have been attached. I'm just going to give it a good press, and then it will all come together. You turn the hem, You give it a very good press. See, in less than 30 minutes, I kid you not, you are done with this in less than 30 minutes. And here is the finished look. It's not for me, I can't wear it, and I didn't have enough time to do all of the paparazzi, but guys were done and she loved it. This is exactly how the finished look will also look like. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying this far. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Please, thank you. See you next time. Bye. Love you.